So pay careful attention to how you walk, what you do, how you live, because the enemy's after you. The days are evil. What the enemy is dangling in your face and trying to make you believe that this is the way of the wicked, the way of the unrighteous. He wants you to embrace what appears to be the evil doers and how they're prospering and how they're succeeding and how they're excelling. He wants you to think this is the way. But if you watch the evildoers, if you watch the wicked carefully, if you watch those where there's a point when they have to pay the piper, how many of them have died being consumed by their gifts? How many of them have died as a result of drug overdose? How many of them were so overtaken by that life that they found themselves one day having to pay them? I know what my plans are for you, says the Lord, and they're not those kind of plans. They're not to kill you. They're not to destroy you. They're not to torment you. They're not to defile you. My blessings make rich and add no sorrow. I am tired of my people suffering in sorrow. Oh yeah, you want to hear a prophecy? It is time for the people to walk in the blessings of the Lord that are without sorrow, that are without torment, that are without trouble. The will of God for us is to prosper us and not destroy us. If God has set up a course of development and growth for me, if this is a course, if this is a process that I have to go through, and it's for my good, it's for my benefit. So what happens is I can't negate that. The same thing goes. So whatever the season, whatever is appointed for that, I have to go through that course of development and growth to mature me into the things of God. And so you're not going to just bypass that. You're not going to negate that because you presumptuously believe that you can just say something and it will happen. That's a spirit of error. If I'm walking in disobedience, there are determining factors to this. So you come and say, I decree that your struggles is over. Not if I have not stayed the course. Not if I have not gone through what was necessary to keep me out of that pit, to keep me out of that ditch, to keep me out of that prison, to keep me out of that bondage, to keep me out of that prison. I may have to say to you, get behind me, Satan. There's some things I must go through. There's some things I must have to deal with in order to overcome what's prohibiting me, what's limiting me. That's your flesh talking. Maybe you feel for me, maybe you have empathy for me, but you savor not the things of God. I know the plans I have for you, says God. It's my will for you. So I'm not allowing anything to come your way to destroy you. It's for your good. All things are working together for the good to them who love God, to them who are called according to God's purpose.